Hello, hi, I'm Cynthia, and I'm a founder and CEO of Alive Studios. And I am just so passionate about helping teachers and students win early literacy throughout our country. And one of the things we're really excited about is Classrooms Alive. In this video, you're going to see Mr. Greg, a kindergarten teacher, using all the resources from Classrooms Alive. And we also show you two free resources that are great at-home extension. It just reinforces what you're doing in the classroom. And we're going to talk a little bit about the brain science behind all these resources that we use in Classrooms Alive. So I hope you enjoy it.
Just excited to be here. I love Alive Studios. I love the products and the resources that you guys have. So I'm excited for everyone to see this stuff and to share my experiences with it.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the 7-minute video, talks a little bit about brain science in kind of a creative way, which you'll see. And then we're going to introduce to you our first two resources that are completely free. So you'll be able to use them right away.
What is it? Horse! Everybody say horse.
Horse! So why are these kids so excited and engaged? Believe it or not, it's brain science. I'm Cynthia, Chief Zookeeper of Alive Studios, and we're here in our farm habitat. So Dr. Judy Willis shares her brain research in her book, Ignite Student Learning. It's a great book. She shares with us how as teachers, when we're teaching our kids, the more learning modalities we use, the more they're engaged. And we want engaged kids, right? So here's some examples of different learning modalities. There's doing, feeding the chickens. There's creating an element of surprise, kinesthetic, seeing, hearing. Those are just a few learning modalities that you can use when you're teaching your material to your kids. So when you're doing this, it's creating these unique pathways in your kids' brains, and they'll be able to retain and recall the information they learned. Throughout our session today, we'll be introducing you to 7 mind-boggling resources. The first 2 resources are completely free, and you can use them right away. All 7 of these resources use brain science to take your student engagement through the roof. Okay, resource number 1, the Zoo Crew Alphabet Show, which is completely free. Here's Zookeeper Zach to tell us more about the show.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Zookeeper Zach. Have you ever heard of the Zoo Crew Alphabet Show? Well, it's a free remote learning resource that you can watch on YouTube. Your kids will learn about letters, letter sounds, and animals. And guess what? The animals come to life in 3D magic. And with each episode, we read a short rhyming story that teaches social emotional growth skills. Kids love it.
Now for resource number 2, the interactive alphabet chart. And it's free too. We know it can be a little tricky navigating videos on YouTube, so we developed this really simple to use interactive alphabet chart. You can see it has all of our 26 letters and our animals and even the Zoo Crew alphabet song. And it's so simple. If I just want to learn about the letter O and Ollie the orangutan, I just click it. And it's going to go right there.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first 2 resources. We're ready to go to resource number 3.
Now for resource number 3, Journals Alive. Journals Alive is our free mobile app that makes our printed letters and math student journals come alive. Now let's watch Mr. Greg, a kindergarten teacher in Tennessee, give us a quick look at the Letters Alive journals.
So the Letters Alive journal is a way to bring the augmented reality technology of Letters Alive and Math Alive into your classroom in a simple but engaging way that your kids are going to love. So the first thing you're going to notice when you open up the journal is it comes with some stickers and a little sticker chart. So as your kids or students master the letters, They can put the stickers onto the sticker chart. The first page gives you instructions on how to use the journal. So in order to use the journal, you need to download an app. When you download it onto your iPad, your tablet, your phone, it's going to look like that on the screen. So here's what the journal pages look like. So there's a spread for every letter. So you're going to see it's got the letter, the name of the animal. The kids can color the picture. They can write the letters.
Look, Miss, when I get done.
And then there's activities for the letters. So what else starts with letter A? So they can draw pictures for the letter. They can circle pictures that start with the letter. They can draw things that start with the letter and the sound. They can write a story about things that start with D. So they're going to work on the letters, the sounds. They're going to do a little activity. And the really cool part about the journals is that they actually come alive. And so if you'll notice on the page, there's Amos the alligator. And then here at the bottom, you see this little bug. That's the augmented reality part of the journals.
Now watch me scan the letter Z bug, like Mr. Greg was about to do with the letter A. Imagine engaging your students like this. How fun, right? Here I am outside interacting with Zelda Zebra and Zookeeper Zach with the Journals Alive app and the Letters Alive journal. Hey Zach, do you have our journal?
I sure do. Coming up.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm so
there's our
excited.
magic letter bug, and I'm just gonna point at it and watch it come alive. Let's see. There's Zelda! And she's running. I think she broke out of the fence. Look at her running. Oh my gosh. Hey Zach, can you get in the picture with her?
Sure. Hey, Zelda. Hey, it's Zelda.
It is. You want to try to pet her?
Slow down.
And
I'll try. She's fast.
I know, and I'll take
Wait,
your
wait.
picture.
All right.
Cheese. Okay. That's really good. So I'll show you a little bit about these buttons. So we can hear her name,
Zebra.
the sound she makes. It's kind of a funny sound. And her character name.
Zelda. Zebra.
Let's learn about the letter Z. So I'm going to click on this button. See, there's the letter Z, and I can move it around. There's the uppercase. Wow, that's huge. Hey, and we can take pictures. Hey, Zookeeper Zach, can you get a picture with the letter Z for me?
Of course. Hey, you know Z's my favorite letter, as in Zookeeper Zach.
That's right. Zookeeper Zach. Hold still, I'm going to take your picture. Fantastic. I'll email it so you can send it to your friends.
Oh, yes.
And you can hear the letter name.
Z.
You can hear the sound it makes.
Z.
And you can trace the letter.
Z.
You can pick your favorite color.
Red.
All right, Christopher, can you trace the K?
Oh, that's the sound. We learned this letter today. What's that letter today?
I do like.
Good.
Weren't those Letters Alive journals fun? Now I want to show you a sneak peek of our Math Alive journal. We're going to feed the animals. So you open up here. We're going to, when the kids master 0 through 20 and their 3D shapes, they earn these fun sticker badges. I'm going to go to number 7. And I love to demo 7. So Henry Horse likes to eat carrots. Color Henry. And then draw more carrots to make 7. You're going to scan the number bug and feed Henry 7 carrots. And
Feed
there's...
Henry 7 carrots.
Okay, I'm going to feed him.
1, 2,
So now we're going to go to learn the number.
7,
You can see the number,
7,
spell the number,
S, E, V,
tally
7,
marks.
1, 2,
You'll count
2,
the number, trace the number.
7.
Again, you cannot learn to trace it wrong. Teachers love that. So you can see how engaging these resources are, right? But are they effective? Well, we got a video from a mom whose daughter uses our Letters Alive journal along with the Zoo Crew alphabet show. And she learned all of her letters and most of her letter sounds. And she's not even 3 years old yet. Check this out.
Scan the bug. Right. There she is. Who is that?
That's Celine Cow.
Celine, cow.
You're right. You did it.
Magic letter iBug up on the screen. You take your tablet or your phone and scan that image and watch IMA come alive in your house. So let's learn more about the letter I. And you know what we do here? We play the uppercase, lowercase game. Yeah, I. So the letter I has two sounds. And the best way to remember that is in the name. IMA, iguana. Right, so let's go there. IMA, iguana.
Iguana. Long I, short I, it.
Yay! That's awesome.
I. Like I'm a iguana. It. Like
Iguana.
iguana, yeah. That's right.
See you next time.
I love it. It just at the end, I love it. She's like, yeah, that's right. Like, and I mean, even with our daughter Adeline she's 18 months, and the way kids can navigate technology, watching her like pick up that iPad and scanning and pushing those buttons, what a powerful tool for kids to have, not only in the classroom but at home. And when we shut down back in March, one of the things I did was I made sure that kids had resources at home, and they all had the My Letters Alive and My Math Journal at home. And so they were able to use those and interact with the alphabet show and with their journals. So that was one way that we were able to keep that learning going. I want to share one activity that we do with the journals, actually two activities. At the beginning of the year, when I first introduced the journals, when we're doing ABC Boot Camp and working on names, one of the things I do is take a picture of each of my students holding up the letter, just like Zookeeper Zach did. So the first letter of their name. And so that's one of the first pictures I take of the kids early in the year. And then we hang those up on our board in the classroom. So that's a fun thing to do at the beginning of the year. Great for letters and sounds. The other thing I do is when we're doing our zoo animal research project in the spring, the kids get to pick their favorite animal. And they get to take a picture with the animal, and we print those and we use those as a writing activity. So they have to write about their favorite animal, not only why it's their favorite animal, but they also have to include some facts about the animal that they've learned as well. So those are two other ways that we use the journals.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so resource number 4 is pretty mind-boggling. I think it's one of Greg's favorites. So let's see. Let's go there.
So cute. Oh, hey, now for resource number 4, Rugs Alive. Now, Rugs Alive is our free mobile app that makes our classroom rugs come alive. You're seeing me through our app now with my iPad, and that's how you can see Gertie Giraffe. Right, Gertie? Most of you probably have a rug in your classroom now, but do you have 3D animals that magically appear on it? Let's drop in on Mr. Greg's classroom to see how his students will react when he shows them how to make an animal magically appear on one of our classroom rugs.
Now, what if I told you that we can make the animals in the carpet come to life in our classroom? What do you think? And where does the elephant live?
In the jungle.
All right, so we're gonna put the elephant with the jungle, because where do elephants live?
Jungle.
All right, then we're gonna scan it and we're gonna see Edie Elephant. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Remember, stay still so I can show you Edie.
I was gonna battle Edie elephant.
You can find elephants in jungles.
Okay, that's Rugs Alive.
The first of all, those rugs not only like are they amazing technology wise, but the colors are beautiful. Like they look great in my classroom. They come Scotch guarded, if I'm not mistaken. We added some extra Scotch guard to it. I shampoo it several times a year. They look amazing. They hold up well, and they're a whole lot of fun on the technology side.
The next resource is 5 and 6. And this is really using more augmented reality. And I should have said this earlier, but the technology we're using is called augmented reality. Some of you might be familiar with it, but we're one of the unique companies that have really taken this to a new level for education. Usually it's used in marketing, but we went a little nutso, again, trying to encourage my own children to be engaged, and I found it was so effective. So we're gonna show you 5 and 6, and then Greg uses quite a bit of this, and you'll see why when we come back for Q&A. So let's go on to the next one.
Now for resource number 5, Letters Alive. This is our ELA supplemental curriculum kit. It incorporates many learning modalities using our 3D zoo animals to teach the skills and concepts for early literacy.
In a fun, engaging way, too. And it can be used in the classroom and remote teaching.
That's right.
Yeah.
So let's watch as a couple of kindergarten classes use Letters Alive to learn all about Henry Horse and the letter H. And notice how engaged and active the kids are during the lessons.
Go. What is it? Horse. Everybody say horse. 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 What sound? What sound? So we have a horse. What letter? What letter? What letter? What letter? Listen. What sound? All right, here's your video. And I want to hear my good readers. We're going to read these sentences.
The is little.
Oh. All right, listen.
The horse is little.
Your turn.
The horse is little.
What was this thing called? Do you remember? Pepe. Oh, what was it?
A period.
And when we see the period, what do we do?
Stop.
Very good.
Big.
Read.
The horse is big.
Beautiful. Listen to those good readers.
Yellow.
The horse is yellow.
Can a horse run?
Yes.
Run.
What's he doing?
Running.
All right, so what's our animal?
The horse.
Everybody say horse.
Horse.
What sound? Very good. And how do we spell?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's a horse. It looks like a painted pony. Let's hear his name.
Henry Horse.
Henry Horse. Say Henry Horse.
Henry Horse.
What do you notice about the H's in his name? What do you notice?
There's two. They're capital.
There's two and they're capital because it's his name, right? What sound does the letter H make? Let's find out if you're right. Good job. All right, let me show you a little video about this animal. I'll put my video card down.
Oh, baby. What do they call the baby then? What do they call the baby?
A baby is called a colt or a foal. I'm going to show you the sentence and then we'll do it together. So here we go. We have the horse
Can fly.
Let's read that one together.
The horse can fly.
He's telling you, can he fly?
No.
What do you think a horse eats?
Hail.
Are they a carnivore or an herbivore?
Herbivore.
Herbivore.
Eat.
All right. What is he eating? It says oats, which is kind of a grain, right?
Yeah.
It is a grain. All right. But they also eat hay and grass and those kind of things. So
Now that you've seen Letters Alive in the classroom, here are a couple of ways that you can use Letters Alive to teach virtually.
And we're going to start right here at the beginning of our zoo. And what animal do you all see right there? Can you tell me?
What animal?
It is an alligator. Very good.
Big.
Wow. Big Amos alligator.
Oh my god!
Water. Look at him go.
He jumped in the water again.
Jump off the log.
All right.
Can.
Can a toucan fly? Let's see if he flies.
Fly.
Whoa, what's he doing? All right. Here we go. The toucan can fly.
Letters Alive comes with a full year supplemental curriculum that we call Zookeeper Lesson Plans. And here's what's included: our teacher field guide, the Zookeeper ABC Boot Camp, and Animal a Week lessons with literacy centers. And Stacy, she's part of our zoo crew, she's going to tell you all about it.
Thanks, Cynthia. First up, the Teacher Field Guide. This is a printed booklet and it has an entire year overview of Zookeeper ABC Boot Camp and Animal a Week lessons. It makes it very easy for teachers to choose the lessons that best fit their class and student needs. It's got some great references within it and includes checklists for all the materials that you need to complete your lesson planning. Next, we have Zookeeper ABC Boot Camp. This is an introduction to letters, letter sounds, and handwriting. It's designed to introduce a letter, a sound, and one of our zoo animals each day for 26 days. But based on your student needs, you do have the flexibility to follow your own timeline. Everything is provided to complete the camp. We have modeling videos, resources for whole group instruction, letter books and predictable readers for differentiated instruction, and 12 different literacy centers. And at the end of boot camp, you have a big celebration with a fashion show. Last, we have Animal a Week lessons. These lessons are a 26-week tour of the Alive Studios Zoo. As they visit a different animal in their habitat each week, students will learn the skills and concepts of early literacy. We used a cross-curricular approach when designing the lessons. It includes science, social studies and geography, and our short stories include social emotional growth skills. We even included some special STEM projects. You can use this for whole group and small group instruction, and it also includes literacy centers. Well, there you have it. Those are our Zookeeper lesson plans.
I want to stop there because I know Math Live's next, but I think there's so much to say about Letters Alive and the lesson plans. And Greg, go ahead and jump in there.
Yeah, so we've used Letters Alive for what now, 5 years? Yeah, so we use it in conjunction with ABC Bootcamp, and we've been, we've talked for years about the engagement, the results. So this year we did ABC Bootcamp with Letters Alive. So we did the Zookeeper ABC Bootcamp. We did it completely virtually, and so the entire first 26 days of school we were virtual, and so I was definitely nervous with ABC Bootcamp because I didn't know how it would work through a screen. So. But you could see in the video of me in my wonderful rainbow overalls that the kids were engaged with the animals just like they were in the classroom. And so every day they were predicting the animals. They wanted to know what animal we were meeting. They were excited when the animals popped up. They were answering the questions, can the toucan fly? Can a toucan swim? So we had that same level of engagement and excitement. And I was very excited at the end of ABC Bootcamp when we did our assessments with ESGI to see that we had 70% mastery of letters and sounds, which is just a little below where we would be in a normal in-person year. So normally in-person year we have about 80% mastery on average with ABC Bootcamp at the end of those 26 days. So getting to that 70% mark, doing it virtually was very exciting for me. And I know it was because of the ABC boot camp and having that Letters Alive piece included, because it really, really engages the kids and gives them, something to hold on to. Like it's that memory, like we talked about at the beginning. And so it really helps them. And again, you never know how the virtual experience is working and what the kids are receiving and what they're holding on to. And so we've been back in person for a few weeks, and we've now moved to Word Family Boot Camp. And so we've been using the word building feature of Letters Alive. And we were doing it the other day, and we finished all of our words, and the kids were like, "Hey, we want to see the animals. We want to see the animals. We want to see the animals." And I sent you the video, and I will post the video on our Facebook so you can see it. But they were just as excited to see those animals again as they were the first time we saw them. And so it's like you said, it's that social emotional piece as well. They've got that connection to those animals. And so whether you're in person or whether you're virtual, if you're looking for something to really take that phonics instruction to the next level, this is a fantastic tool. It's always the top of our list, one of our must-haves. And so definitely look into it. Donors choose, talk to your school, your district, your PTO, find the funding, because it's a game changer in the classroom.
Yeah, and I love the ABC boot camp. Of course, we call it Zookeeper ABC boot camp, but that's all your stuff with our animals. And we're finding that it's a 6-week program. Each time you assess them in the beginning and at the end. And what a great way, especially with the gap that we're having. Maybe if you even got it and launched it in January, even if it's virtual or in classroom, every day you're introducing an animal, a letter, and sound to try to close that gap. And that's what we're hearing. And it's just a fantastic way to engage those kids and close that gap in 6 weeks.
And even for first grade and second grade, I think I have, watching one of those videos, I saw my kids from last year, and I never got to say goodbye to them. And so it really gets you when to see them and be like, man, we missed out on so much. But I also worry about them because I know they missed, basically a quarter of kindergarten. And then as amazing as teachers are doing with virtual learning, it's just not the same. And so there's that concern that they missed that last quarter of kindergarten, and they're missing some of the beginning of the year first grade. And so I know that Letters Alive is a great way to help close that gap, because I've seen I've seen what it can do year after year after year. And I'm like, if it can work that well with my students who are 95% EL, most of them come into the classroom speaking no English, I know that it can help everyone. And especially now, like you said, with that gap, this is a great way to close that gap, whether you were talking about kindergarten or first grade or even second grade. This is a great way to kind of fill that gap and to help the kids catch up.
Yeah, and we have some blogs with a first grader using it, teaching first grade too. That's on our website, you could see.
The great thing about Letters Alive is you could see in those videos, the kids go crazy. They just absolutely love it. They're excited, they're laughing, they're engaging with it. And so that's one way that we can help with some of those, the rigors of our curriculum, is something that's fun, and they can get up and move, and they can be interactive, and they're laughing, and they're having a good time, and they're still learning. And so I get that frustration, and because we deal with it in my school, in my district, on a daily basis. So just find ways to make it as fun as possible, whether it's through the Zoo Crew Alphabet Show, the journals, Letters Alive. Make it fun.
Hey, Greg, let me ask you, so because I understand everybody's got a curriculum, and obviously our stuff is always a supplement. We're just there to enhance and supplement what's already out there. Even if you only used it for 10 minutes a day or something, right? There's just enough to kind of get them excited and increase joy. Would you recommend that, even if it's a few minutes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's kind of what we do. We follow our district scope and sequence. We do have a little flexibility, especially this year, that we've been encouraged to supplement as much as needed. So when I'm using the Letters Alive, it generally is about 10 minutes. If that. It kind of depends on the animal, because sometimes they're way more into the animal than others. And so we might spend a little bit longer. But yeah, 10 minutes a day is really all you need when you're doing the letters alive. Yeah, especially during boot camp. If you're doing more of those animal a week lesson plans, then obviously you're going to spend more time. But yeah, 10 minutes a day. And so it could even be, it doesn't even have to necessarily be an official part of a literacy lesson. It could just be, 10 minutes before lunch or 10 minutes after recess, pull it out. It's a great review. But yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can work it in anywhere in your day, anywhere. And so, it's a great supplement. It's a great tool to have.
Yeah, that's a good point. It could be STEM, science, geography, because of the map that comes with it.
Absolutely.
And to answer everything, Letters Alive Zookeeper comes in a turnkey kit, document camera, the cards, the software, and the software loads on a computer, Windows or Mac, and you can project it with a projector on the wall for the kids to see. Mr. Greg has an interactive whiteboard or a TV. So any of those will work fine. All right, so let's go on to resource. I think it's 6. Let's see.
Now for resource number 6, Math Alive. It's our full year supplemental curriculum kit for mathematics. It uses our 3D zoo animals and some gaming technology to teach 86 math skills for pre-K and kindergarten. So let's begin on Mr. Greg's class, practicing the concepts of comparing numbers and learning about place value.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh. Run!
0 is less than 8. 2 is less than 8.
Let's do 26.
20. 6.
All right, let's count by 10.
10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
What's our number?
26!
How many 10s do we have?
2.
And how many 1s do we have?
6.
And that makes?
26.
You see how engaging Math Alive and Letters Alive is using multiple modalities? But how do we assess our student progress in an engaging way too? We do it with our partner, ESGI. We have our own series of 42 preloaded tests for Letters Alive and Math Alive in ESGI's assessment software. And you can also use thousands of other tests that are included or even create your own. Now watch this quick video of Mr. Greg assessing a student virtually. You're going to look and see how fun and easy it is. It's like playing a game.
All right, so we're going to do your letters and sounds using ESGI. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, do you see the screen with the letters? All right, I want you to do your very best, and I want you to tell me the letters. And if you don't know one, it's okay. Just do your best. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go.
S O N J.
Very good.
Now for resource number 7. It's Learning Alive. Now, Learning Alive is a bundled kit that includes Letters Alive, Math Alive, and 3 interactive stories as a bonus.
Yeah, let's watch this short let's just watch this highlights video of Learning Alive.
Yes.
G, G, J. Cat. Thing. At. That. Swim. Jump. Eat. The.
Frog can eat. Fly.
Augmented Reality, Letters Alive, and Alive Studios really has increased the engagement and excitement that my class and my students have for ABC Boot Camp.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 2 is less than 8. Cube, sphere, 679.
Time to pack. What will he take?
Okay, so those are the 7 mind-boggling resources for taking your student engagement through the roof. Now you can get these resources separately, or all 7 can come in a giant bundle called Classrooms Alive. Like this classroom here in Texas, Miss Murray has converted her classroom into a magical zoo-themed learning experience with the help of Classrooms Alive. She has our rug, our letters and math journals, and Learning Alive, and Teaching a Lesson with Amos Alligator. Well, hopefully throughout this session, you've been able to be inspired with more ideas to increase your student engagement.